Hey guys, Matt from Forge and Fire Podcast here. I know, it's been a while. It's been quite a while. It's been 3 months and some change at this point, I do believe. And I didn't. There's no notes. I didn't really pre-plan anything. I just want to kind of sit down and have a face to face, so to speak. Basically, just I apologize if that comes through. My kids are back there watching something. What's it, The Missing Link? I don't know, some funny kids movie, and one of them, we have a banshee. Let's just leave it at that. Anywho, just kind of real brief talk about where I've been, what happened, and what's coming up next. The short version is that life happened, and it wasn't all bad. In fact, most of it was good, but it was all my fault. Basically, I overloaded myself. I was doing the podcast, trying to keep it, all the audio platforms. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. All the audio platforms. Also put it on YouTube. Was trying to run a website. Keep up with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and the YouTube page, which I may or may not have already mentioned. And also, my wife and I have 5 kids, so, I'm trying to do the family thing, not neglect them. And working from home. Also started working a real job, like out in the real world, instead of just working from home, which I had been doing. And also made a transition, stepping into the role of the youth leader at our local church. Which, is, of course, it just getting those lessons together every week takes time. That's been a transition. And so really just, I got a little big for my britches. And, I'm sorry. That's really all I can say. But we are back. It has weighed on me every single week that has passed by without me putting out a new episode. It has really weighed heavy on my heart. Like it hurts. Like I don't feel right if I'm not sitting in front of this microphone talking. It's just, it's a part of what I'm supposed to do. Quick coffee sip. You can see it. It says "Man of God" on one side, and then it's got Isaiah 40:31 on the other. I like it. That says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." I really want to, because this is one of my favorite coffee cups, because my wife and I lived in South Carolina for a short period, just a few months, but we found a church down there. It was Emmanuel Community Church, and in Springfield, South Carolina. And man, they were just awesome. I could not say enough about them people. I don't know if any of them may be listening or not, but if you are, hey, we love you. We would love to come down and visit. We're working on trying to make that happen. But on Father's Day, it's been 3 years ago now, every man in the church, they gave one of those coffee cups and a little booklet too. And told, you guys already know I drink, you could say I've got a problem. I drink a lot of coffee. And our preacher actually told our wives to throw away all of our coffee cups, and my wife may or may not have been threatened with bodily harm if she were to try to do that. She didn't. But anyway, just thank you to those guys, and just thinking and praying about y'all. I don't know, that just kind of got put on me. But anyway, so we're going to get back into it. Every week we're going to have the show is going to be back up, and we're just gonna kind of get back to basics. I've dropped the website. I've dropped a lot of things trying to really just streamline it, because I want to stick to the basics. I don't want it to get out of hand, and I don't want to try to make this something more than it's supposed to be, and feel very strongly that what it's supposed to be is just me, a microphone, and whoever out there is listening. Shout out to the one, I'm not making that up, the one listener that I have living in Australia. I don't know who you are, sir or ma'am, but spread the word, tell your friends. Let's get some more listeners there. I think that's really cool. Anyway. So thank you for that, for your time. And so every week, beginning this week, hopefully, that was me knocking on wood, we'll have the show back up. We're going to begin with a series looking at excuses, basically. Short version, just kind of high level idea of what that's going to entail is the fact that, as Christians, we all have a calling, which may or may not be to the pulpit or to the missions field or what have you. But as part of that calling for all of us is to share the gospel, with people. And if you do that for any amount of time, with any amount of sincerity, you are going to run into a truckload of excuses. And well, that's the only thing really to call them, is excuses, as you go. And so we're going to look at some of the more common ones, some of the more common excuses that people give, and ways to not necessarily combat. Well, yeah, I guess combat is really the best word, or overcome, those objections, those excuses. What do you need to say? What should be your rebuttal in the event of running into these things? And so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I've already gone longer than I meant to. Thank you so much for being patient. And I know a lot of you guys are still hanging around, and I really appreciate that. We're going to kick it back into high gear. We're going to get rocking and rolling. We're going to do what we're supposed to do. And I'm going to kiss. Okay. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm just going to keep it to the basics. Cause I don't want this getting out of hand. I don't want to try to make it more than it is, because that will not be blessed. And those are things that intellectually, but, well, that's a story for another time. So thank you very much for listening to me ramble for a minute. I'm looking forward to the show coming back. I hope you are as well. In the meantime, do send email if you've got questions, comments, prayer requests, anything like that, to forgedinfirepodcast@gmail.com. That is still up and running. Yeah, for now, that's all I got. So thanks very much for listening. And until next time, take care of yourselves. God bless. And I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.